So thank you all for joining us today for this collaborative webinar between EMDA and the DLG. At EMDA, our mission is to support and strengthen the distribution network and the agriculture equipment industry. We're always looking for ways to provide valuable insights and opportunities to our members, and today's session is a perfect example of that. With Agritechnica 2025 in the horizon, this webinar will give you an exclusive look of what's in store. Some of our members have attended Agritechnica before and have found this to be an accessible event year after year. So the board and I have decided that we wanted to add this trip as a part of our exclusive benefit package. So before we get into, talking with our speakers, I wanted to let you know if you have any questions, feel free to go to our chat button and put any questions in the Q&A, and we'll go over those questions at the end. So let's go ahead and get in it with Brad. Brad is from the DLG, and he will start us off with an overview of Agritechnica 25, and will introduce the rest of his team.
Well, good morning, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Celeste, for that introduction and for putting this webinar together. Again, my name is Brad Michnick. I work for DLG as their North American representative based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. So that's a mouthful on its own. It's great to see the interest from EMDA, and for participating in this and putting together this webinar. And hopefully today's session will convince you to join in on a great German program that EMDA and Agritours have put together, including spending a few days at Agritechnica. I'm going to take just a brief opportunity to explain what DLG is. The English version of the acronym DLG is the German Agricultural Society, and trust me, it's much easier to say than the German version, which is Deutsche Landwirtschaftsgesellschaften. So I like to use the German Ag Society. Operating our headquarters in Frankfurt, Germany, DLG was founded in 1885, and we are a membership organization that has over 31,000 agricultural members worldwide. Our goal is to promote progress by transferring and communicating knowledge, quality, and technology, and passing this on to agricultural producers and the ag industry in general around the world. Amongst other things we do, we test machinery, farm inputs, crop cultivation, and food, and offer practical knowledge through our numerous media platforms. That includes what we're mostly known for is that we organize trade fairs, conferences, and other events worldwide, all within the realm of agriculture. Many of us know DLG for industry-leading events such as the recently concluded EuroTier 2024, and of course Agritechnica, which we're here to talk about today. In recent times, the world of trade shows has certainly been a challenging and changing environment, but Agritechnica has continued to grow and has developed for the better. It could be considered the world's #1 trade show for agricultural equipment. I would attribute this to the fact that DLG is run by forward-thinking progressive farmers. The organization is held back by strong organizational skills for trade events within the DLG team. I just also want to mention that we recently announced formation of our newest subsidiary, DLG North America, which is based out of Elora, Ontario, to serve the Canadian, US, and Mexican markets. This follows the recently announced purchase we made of the Canadian Dairy Expo, which occurs annually in April in Stratford, Ontario, and now the formation of a new show in Burlington, Vermont, that's called the American Dairy Expo, which with the first edition to occur in November of later this year. So my goal today is to give you information about Agritechnica 2025 as part of this planned EMDA trip organized by Agritours for its members to visit Germany, and as part of that trip to Germany, attend our show. And again, as Celeste mentioned, we can take questions on the side chat or at the end of the event, or I'll give our contact information so you can reach out to any of the DLG staff directly. So let's go. We'll go to slide 2. Mm-hmm. The theme for the 2025 version of Agritechnica.
Slide 2.
Yeah.
I don't think the slides are working.
It's a long distance, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, we'll keep moving through the slides. The theme for the 2025 version of Agritechnica is Touch Smart Efficiency, which features innovative network agricultural systems that use digital technologies to increase efficiency, sustainability, and productivity for farmers across the world. For those who've been to the show, I think we can all agree that it's truly the Olympics for agricultural equipment and technology, or maybe the Olympics are the Agritechnica of the sporting world. Jill, wait, where's that slide? Are you able to move that slide forward? Or
Which slide do you see now?
Just click on the side if you can't move it on the side ones, and if you want to do it that way. Just click on the left-hand side and you can do it that way. That's fine.
Still on the
that'll work just fine.
Yeah, here we go. Yep. So as the #1 agriculture trade show in the world, Agritechnica is the place where the industry's leading companies present their latest developments and innovations for agriculture machinery, and is a forum for pioneer crop production topics. Bringing it all together in one place, the Hanover Fairgrounds, on November 9 to 15, 2025. In terms of numbers, Agritechnica was canceled in 2021 due to the coronavirus epidemic, but returned very strong in 2023. Numbers for the 2023 event were well up from our last show in 2019, which is no small feat following the worldwide pandemic and a war in the neighboring regions of Ukraine and Russia, both very large and important agricultural areas. Agritechnica occurs every 2 years, which I also believe is a very strong point of this show. The 2-year cycle seems to create greater demand for the event when it comes around. The numbers you see are for 2023. These include 2,776 exhibitors, though 2/3 of those being from outside of Germany, from 53 world countries. We had just under 474,000 show visitors in 2023, with 146,428, or 31% of those coming from outside of Germany. So in total, there were visitors from 149 countries at the last show. From the USA and Canada alone, there were nearly 6,000 visitors, so you can truly see that the world comes here. 62% of our attendees were directly from the farming sector, and for 2025, we certainly hope to meet and exceed these numbers. For the site plan, on the right is the layout of the Agritechnica site plan. It's 24 halls across 380,000 square meters, or roughly 3.8 million square feet of exhibition space. The Hanover Messe facility is the largest indoor trade and convention center on the planet, and Agritechnica is the only show that uses the entire indoor space. There are limited outdoor display areas at Agritechnica, as November in Germany is quite similar to the northern U.S. states in terms of weather. With the exhibition program, as I'm saying, Agritechnica is a massive event. We are very careful to create a very clear structure around it, segmenting and breaking down the show into product groups and trade show halls that are categorized, including a separate area for ag tech and food tech startups. So we have areas for tractor and transport, soil and sowing, harvesting, plant protection and fertilizer, special crops, including technologies for crops such as fruits and vegetables, an area for the storage and handling of agricultural products, a digital assistance hall, area on farm inputs, forest and landscape, know-how and technical services, trade and service, and a systems and component area. But bigger doesn't always mean better. So we have to be very carefully to organize the show by product category to allow visitors to make the best use of their time. And even with the large attendance numbers, rest assured that the transportation, hospitality, and housing infrastructure in the Hanover area is excellent to handle a show of this magnitude, and having Elizabeth there to put it all together will make the visit go much better for you. Something that we've introduced for 2025 is our theme days, which occur throughout the show. From an exhibit perspective, Agritechnica is the same show each and every day, but there will be different themes around the show on the different days for the event. Opening day is the next generation day, and I'd say that's the day it's best suited for the farmer who might have a second job and work during the week. That's why we have that theme for the Sunday. But when you get into the Monday and Tuesday of the show, these are our agribusiness days, which are the key days for dealers, distributors, importers, manufacturers, reps, and larger farming operations. These are the central days for talks with the professional international audience that is in attendance. Wednesday is International Farmers Day, and as a bonus, there will be a focus on decision makers and investors from 3 highlighted countries, which includes Canada. So hopefully we'll get some EMDA members from Canada who will participate in this group trip as well, along with a feature on the Czech Republic and France. So a specialized program will be developed to present on innovations in agricultural methods for each of those regions on this day. The EMDA agenda for the week will have you at the show for its 3rd and 4th days, that being the Tuesday and Wednesday, which I suggest are the optimal days for you to attend. So Elizabeth has very much well incorporated that into her agenda for the week. Thursday is Digital Farm Day, Friday is Young Professional Day, and Saturday, the last day of the show, is our Celebrate Farming Day. If I was to really highlight some things, sort of the key featured events and highly interesting areas for you to see while visiting the show, some that I would mention would include our new Farm Robotics and Digital Farm Center, which features expert talks and exhibits on robotics, automation, AI, drones, and precision farming for crop production. This center has been set up to allow for an interactive experience for our attendees. Next, a drive experience for demonstrating power equipment, which will be located between halls 22 and 26. And of course, the International Farmers Day, which includes that focus on Canada, which I touched on early. And lastly, just ongoing networking, presentations, and business, which in the end is most important. So it's going to be covered off later in today's presentation, but the Dealer Center at Agritechnica will be an exclusive area for sales partners such as yourself from all over the world, and can be great value to the EMDA members who are attending Agritechnica. And my colleague, Ralph Konings, will go in depth on this later in the presentation. I'm just going to also just touch on our systems and components section of our show, which take place in 3 of the 24 halls. It's a major exposition in its own right with 827 exhibits of systems and componentry, which would be of great interest to engineers, developers, purchasers, researchers, procurement managers, distributors, spare parts managers, OEMs, and associations. So the systems and components section, it aligns very closely with the entire show, and I would say it's the strongest component show around for the off-road industry, specifically focused on agricultural equipment. So make sure you take a look at this area during your visit for the parts side of your business. And then just to sort of recap on the main reasons for attending, for an EMDA member, and I think there's some things that I'd like you to take home from this presentation. Number one, the booths at Agritechnica are OEM-led booths, so exhibitors are primary OEMs and from the manufacturing industry, and the decision makers are present, those being presidents, CEOs, general managers, VPs, and heads of marketing, sales, and exports. So this is where you can meet with many of your existing suppliers and look for new innovative products, lines to market back home, but you also have the right people there to connect with who can make decisions around in that on that topic. Our international pavilions, there were 22 of them in 2023. We expect a similar number in 2025. Within these, you make contacts and see products from around the globe and companies that would be seeking importers for the North American market. So take notice of the international pavilions at the show. We also have at the show an international visitor lounge is available to use as a place to recharge your batteries, get a refreshment, or just use as a meeting point, and so on. The technical sessions at our show, we believe in delivering strong technical programs through innovative formats with top speakers talking on current and future farming issues. The programs for these will develop firsthand expert knowledge and insight into today's issues, but also where ag is going in the future. So try to take in some of our technical sessions. And then our dealer distributor program, which again, we're going to get in depth later with the next presentation from Ralph. And as I will say, as a North American who's been to Germany many times, beyond the show, it's just a great place to visit. It's a clean, well-organized country, great things to see, great culture to absorb. Plus the food is great and the beer is second to none. So, again, Germany is one of my favorite places to travel to, and I'm sure you'll find that not only visiting Agritechnica, but seeing a bit of the country. At DLG, here are the key DLG contacts for North America. For any of you, I think many of you If you don't know her, you'll get to know her. Ulrike Schmidt-Machinek, through her many visits to North America over the years. In fact, she is the one who recently moved to Ontario, Canada, to serve as the managing director for DLG North America. So Ulrike's on the call here today, and she's a new citizen of Canada for the next number of years, anyways. And then Ralph Konings, there's his contact information. Who'll follow my presentation and talk on the dealer wholesale import program that's being held at Agritechnica. That's the end of my presentation. I hope you have heard that Agritechnica is a tremendous exposition of agriculture, bringing together the entire spectrum of crop production. It brings the world together, not only in large numbers, but also in a high quality of exhibits and attendees. So it's a clearly structured event, well organized, creating tremendous efficiencies for all. And not only can Agritechnica be your doorway to meet ag equipment manufacturers from within the European market, but I'll stress you can make contacts with manufacturers from across the globe. So we're absolutely delighted that EMDA, through its board and its executive, has taken this effort to become involved with Agritechnica to offer this ag-oriented tour for its membership in conjunction with our DLG travel partner for the U.S., Elizabeth Goodwith of AgriTours, we're also going to hear from today. So that ends my presentation. I'll now turn it over to Ralph Konings, who's heading up our program for dealers and distributors. So I'll invite Ralph to take over, and thank you all.
Thank you, Brad. I hope you can hear me, guys.
Yes, we can hear you, Ralph.
So I will share my screen. I hope it's okay. You can see?
Yeah, you can see. Fully. Yeah.
It went away.
Yeah. Share again. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hey, excellent. Yeah, thank you for the invitation. And I want to. My name is Ralf Königs. I'm manager for business segment dealer. So at DLG. So in my former life, I was also a dealer and a sales rep. So I know some question from your side and what is important or not. And so I want to present some special things for dealers. What we want to play the first time at Agritechnica 2025. And therefore, what we had in the past, for example, we had some of the one side we had the exhibitor, and on the other hand we had the farmer. But there's missing a link between. Just a moment, I have some small issues. I hope you can see it.
The link is still missing.
Oh, it's still okay. So yeah,
now.
And that's an important link, and this is a sales partner, is this a dealer, is this a sales rep, is this an importer. So and that is very important. And therefore we want to we want networking for all players, and also we want to get the dealer that's against visibility on the show. Means focus also more on distributors. The dealer is the key, or the dealer, the sales rep, and the importer is the key between the manufacturer and the farmer. And we want to give all the players the opportunity to network in order to achieve maximum success during Agritechnica. So, and what is new at Agritechnica? We had a lot of things what we want to present. And I go step by step through my presentation. First of all, we want to invite you guys to have a home more or less on Agritechnica. We have in Hall 2 an international dealer center. That means we have a meeting point for international dealers, sales reps, and importers. It's an exclusive neutral area where you can meet us or with your clients, whatever, and we can give you there a little bit advice and support about the exhibition or what is needed. It's a meeting point for international associations and organizations, and also a network platform with pop-up stage, with a digital map for where we can see where all registered dealers are located, and we have the workshop live. So the retailers gains visibility. Dealers dealers or sales rep or importers can register as the exhibitors, like an exhibitor, and gain visibility. All registered people can be displayed in a dealer list and will show it on the Agritechnica website and also on the Agritechnica app. That means you're more or less a part of Agritechnica if you want. Address and contact person and availability during the trade fair is also included. We have here also what I mentioned before, a digital map in the International Dealer Center. There's a big screen where you can see where other people or other dealers, sales reps, and so on are located. That is the dealer locations are displayed on a digital map in the International Dealer Center on a very large screen, and the availability during the trade fair and all important contact details are quickly displayed. That means we want to give you the opportunity to connect with other dealers, to network, to give the opportunity for networking. Then another format is what we want to play first time is business matchmaking on Agritechnica. It's a special design program for retailers and exhibitors. So the focus is on portfolio expansion. So the question is, I'm looking for something and who is offering something. It's possible that you as a sales rep go through the trade fair and looking for something for your territory, for example, and also the same for the exhibitor, but nobody knows from each other. And therefore, when you want to get registered, so we can offer this matchmaking program where you can set up all your details, and in the background it will match together, and you got the information which manufacturer, for example, or exhibitor will offer what for your distribution area. This also can be arranged in the run-up to the trade fair, for the trade fair. So, and the target is networking, efficient communication, market expansion. The program facilitated networking between exhibitors and trade partners, and we want to make your Agritechnica visit as efficient as possible. How it works? So you give the registration. In the background, the profile matchmaking, and select the contacts and send you all the contacts and also to the exhibitors. In the same system, you can arrange an appointment and then you can meet on site. I think it's a very interesting opportunity that you don't waste time and get direct the right information and the right people on site. Also in the International Dealer Center, we'll also have a pop-up talk dealer. Means it's a stage program with professional expertise, keynote speakers, but in a very short version, 15 to 20 minutes every day at 5 p.m. We want to do this, and afterwards with special dealer or sales rep or importer topics, so that we can also, and afterwards we have something like come together, so for like a networking event, and we want to do it every evening. Then we have also on our booth Werkstatt Live, it's called. It's a live workshop. Here's the focus on workshop, live demonstrations, and what we want to do, it's more a local thing, is the acquisition of trainees and special staff. That we also show new guys from outside, that agriculture machinery is a high tech, and promotion of service technologies and so on, and we do 8 shows per day, to bring everybody, to show some repair maintenance scenarios and so on. For what I mentioned before, so you can book some special packages if you want for dealers, reps, and importers. So first of all, only that's not so important for you at the moment, because I think when you come, you have tickets, but it's only to get tickets. This second thing is, as the standard program is, so that you get visibility. Yeah, so that you are part of Agritechnica, that you will shown on the Agritechnica app and also on the website, so that you're with your company part of Agritechnica. And you have also then access for sure on the International Dealer Center with the daily pop-up talk dealer, visibility on the digital map, and participation in a business matchmaking format. Yeah, and yeah, it's up to you what you want to have. So these opportunities we can offer, and Brad for sure will explore later on a little bit more, or if you want also some question, maybe if you have some question. Then we also support, and Elizabeth is also here. She will follow me, I think, with her presentation. So, and together we will support you for your visit. And if you see something around, Germany is also, I think, a wonderful country, and I hope you will enjoy it. So our goals and offers is visibility for the dealers, sales rep, and importers. We want to support with travel planning. So networking, that is the big topic here. So bring everybody together, from manufacturers, dealers, to dealers, and so on. We have this stage program short stage program to inform with special dealer topics. We have a meeting point for sure. We want to invite you there. So, and also we have this workshop live. So it's for acquisition of trainees and specialists. Thank you so much, and I hope we see us on Agritechnica 2025.
Perfect.
So thank you, and I think I will hand over to Elizabeth. Yeah, is this correct?
I have to end your presentation. Yeah, fine.
So, excellent.
All right.
Thank
Hello,
you so much.
everybody. My name is Elizabeth Goodwin. I'm managing director at AgroTours. We are a family-operated tour company specializing in agricultural tours. So we're excited to share some details with you all today about the program we put together for EMDA members to go over to Germany in November and attend Agritechnica. So I will share my PowerPoint. Let's see here. All right, is it working?
It's coming up. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So we have put together a program for you all to go over to Agritechnica in November. Sorry, I'm going to close this right here. So the travel dates that we have selected are November 8th through 15th. As you know, the Agritechnica program is from November 9th through 15th. So these are the travel dates. We have departure from the US on November 8th, which is a Saturday. I know that EMDA members are spread out across US and Canada, so there are nonstop flights from a lot of the hub airports, including Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, DFW, Newark, Dulles, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. You can see those there. So you are welcome to book your own flights using your local travel agent. AgroTours is also happy to provide assistance with booking your flights. So we just ask that you plan to arrive into Frankfurt on Sunday morning by mid-morning, because we do have a English-speaking tour manager who will be meeting you at the airport, and we've arranged private transportation to pick you up from the airport and transfer into Frankfurt. Next slide. Okay. So this is day one, Sunday, arriving mid-morning. We have a meet and greet at the airport, as I mentioned, our German English-speaking tour manager, who will be with you from arrival in Frankfurt until departure from Frankfurt 1 week later. We have private motor coach transportation throughout the trip. And so we will transfer once everyone's gone through customs and everyone's all gathered together. We will go out to board the motor coach and transfer into Frankfurt. So we'll start off with a boat tour on the River Main, and this should give you a unique and relaxing way to see the city from a different perspective. You can enjoy Frankfurt skyline with its modern skyscrapers set against the historic architecture of the old town. During the river cruise, you will pass under various bridges that span the River Main, such as the famous Eiserner Steg. It's a pedestrian bridge connecting the city's old town with the more modern districts. You can see some of the famous landmarks, such as the Frankfurt Cathedral and Museum Embankment, which you will also see the following day during your walking tour. So after the river cruise, we'll have some time to get lunch. Lunch is included in a local restaurant, and then we will go and check into the hotel so you can get settled in and get some rest after your travels. We've booked a 4-star hotel for you. It's the Mövenpick Hotel, Frankfurt City. It is a modern upscale hotel located in the heart of Frankfurt. Many of the rooms offer beautiful views of the city skyline or the nearby parks. It has a wonderful on-site restaurant offering a variety of delicious international and regional dishes, and a stylish bar where you can unwind with a drink. And so that evening we will have a welcome dinner together in a local restaurant. And then get a good night's rest. We'll begin our program the next morning. You'll have a buffet breakfast at the hotel. And then we have a guided walking tour of the new old town of Frankfurt, which offers a fascinating mix of history, modernity, and reconstruction. So the new Old Town refers to the area around the Römerberg Square, which was carefully rebuilt after World War II. So we'll start at Römerberg Square, which is the heart of Frankfurt's Old Town. It's a beautiful historic square surrounded by picturesque, colorful, half-timbered buildings. The Römer is the iconic town hall, which dates back to the 14th century, and it still hosts important ceremonies and events today. You'll see the Fountain of Justice and St. Nicholas Church, which is a small medieval church with impressive interiors. Your guide will take you to see the Kleinmarkt Hall, which is an indoor market where you can find all kinds of local products and foods like cheeses and regional sausages. Continuing the walking tour, you'll see the reconstructed half-timbered houses, the Cathedral of St. Bartholomew, which is the dome, dating back to the 13th century. The cathedral is famous for its towering Gothic architecture and beautiful stained glass windows. And if you're feeling energetic, you can climb the tower. There's 324 steps up to the top for a panoramic view of Frankfurt, including the skyline and surrounding historic district. We'll conclude the tour walking toward the River Main to get a different perspective of the old town. You'll again see that Eiserner Steg, that iron bridge, which spans the old town with the modern district. And it's a really good photo spot for getting some selfies. And then we'll finish the tour walking along the Museumsufer, which is the museum embankment where there's a collection of museums. There'll be time for some lunch on own. And then we'll get on the motor coach and depart for Goslar where we have a 3-night stay. It's a 320-kilometer drive, so probably we'll spend the better half of the afternoon driving to Goslar, which is where we'll be for the following 3 nights. So we've booked you into the Askent Hotel Villa Saxer in Goslar. It's a charming and elegant hotel combining modern amenities with the historic charm of a beautifully restored villa. It's located in the heart of Goslar, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its well-preserved medieval architecture and rich history, offering a peaceful and luxurious stay with easy access to the city's attractions. It's just a short walk from the old town and known for medieval buildings, cobbled streets, and charming town squares. Your hotel also has a a spa. So for those of you who want to enjoy a massage or use a sauna, you can get that booked in as well during your stay. So breakfast and dinner included that day. We'll have dinner that evening in a local restaurant. Tuesday, November 11th, this will be our first day to attend Agritechnica, which you've heard all about now, and I know that you're excited about, and I am too. We'll have round trip bus transportation from Goslar to the Hanover Fairground. It's about an hour drive. So I don't need to tell you more about Agritechnica since you're very well informed on that now. But for those of you who will be bringing a significant other, whether that's your spouse or your mom or your best friend, we do have an optional program for those who are not going to attend the trade fair. So on Tuesday, this would be a morning city tour of Goslar, which would include the Imperial House, the Lofmühl, and the Siemens House. So the Kaiserpfalz, sorry, was once the residence of German emperors during the medieval period, and particularly during the Holy Roman Empire. So you'll get to tour that. And then after leaving the Imperial Palace, take a stroll through Goslar's medieval streets, and then head to the Lofmühl, which is located on the edge of the historic district along the Goslar River. And this is a former mill, which has been part of Goslar's industrial history for centuries. You'll visit the Lofmühl Museum, where you can see old mill equipment and understand the importance of the mill in the development of the town. Final stop on the tour is the Siemens House in the more modern part of Goslar. And this is a beautiful Art Nouveau style building offering a contrast to the medieval architecture that you saw earlier. So, and then as we end the tour, there will be time to explore the cafes and shops and eateries and to have some time just to relax and enjoy the scenery of the Harz Mountains that surround the town. And then in the afternoon, there is a visit to the Rammelsburg Mine Museum and Visitor Mine, which offers insight into the town's rich mining history, which spans over 1,000 years. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the oldest and most significant mining operations in Europe. So this brings to life the daily struggles and achievements of miners and provides a fascinating look at the technological, social, and economic developments that took place over centuries. So that is our program on Tuesday for those not attending the fair. In the afternoon or in the evening, those who had gone to the Agritechnica fair will return, and then we'll have dinner together in a local restaurant. All right, so Wednesday is another day that we'll spend at Agritechnica. This is the International Farmers Day, as Brad explained. So again, we'll have the round trip bus transportation to take you folks over to the fairground for Agritechnica. Those who will not be attending the trade fair have the option to spend the day in Hanover. So they will ride the bus to Hanover with the group and then spend the day in Hanover. And so we'll have a morning city tour. And this, Hanover is known for its beautiful parks, rich history, and vibrant culture. The tour will begin at the new town hall, one of the city's most iconic buildings. It's an impressive example of early 20th century architecture, blending elements of Renaissance and Baroque styles. After town hall, we'll walk through the old town, a charming area full of historic buildings and cobblestone streets. And this offers a glimpse into Hanover's medieval past. Your guide will lead you through marktplatz, and you'll have opportunities to visit some of the oldest churches in Hanover. The square is also a hub for cafes and where you can stop for a drink and enjoy a stroll through the lively market. So that will be the morning. And then in the afternoon, there's time for lunch on own and some leisure and shopping until it's time to head back to Goslar for the evening. And again, so breakfast and dinner are included on this day. All right, so Thursday, November 13th, we will depart from Goslar to Cologne. Cologne is one of Germany's oldest and most vibrant cities, located along the Rhine River in the western part of the country. History dates back to the Roman times. Cologne is also known for its dynamic arts and culture scene, including museums, galleries, and performance venues. And Cologne is also known for its Kolsch beer, a pale ale brewed only in this region. So a visit to the city wouldn't be complete without sampling the Kolsch beer in one of the traditional breweries, where waiters serve it in small glasses throughout your visit. So we will have lunch at a Cologne-style brewery restaurant. Following that, in the afternoon, we have a guided tour of Cologne Cathedral. Cologne Cathedral was built over a period of 632 years, beginning in 1248, to house the relics of the three kings, making it an important pilgrimage site during the Middle Ages. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's not only the heart of Cologne, but also stands as a testament to the medieval craftsmanship and devotion. So you'll have a chance to see the Shrine of the Three Kings, which are believed to contain the remains of the three wise men. And you also have an option to climb one of the towers for a panoramic view of Cologne. We'll continue to our hotel and check in. We have you booked into the 4-star Hilton Cologne. It's located in the heart of the city and is near the Cologne Cathedral and within walking distance of the city's major attractions. It also has a restaurant and a bar, but we do have breakfast, lunch, and dinner included today. Okay, so Friday morning, we'll have breakfast at the hotel and then we check out and we'll start our drive back to Frankfurt. We'll make a stop in Eltville to visit the Eberbach Monastery. This is a historic Cistercian monastery located in the picturesque Rheingau wine region. It's renowned for its beautiful architecture, rich history, and its role in the development of viticulture in the region. So it was founded in 1136. And so it's one of the most significant monastic foundations in Germany. It flourished during the Middle Ages and became a major religious and economic center. The monastery is set in a beautiful location, surrounded by the vineyards of the Rheingau region, with scenic views of the Rhine River and the rolling hills of the area. So you'll get to enjoy a wine tour and tasting there, and then we'll have lunch at the monastery restaurant before we transfer back to Frankfurt. Check back into the Mövenpick Hotel, Frankfurt City, where you spent your first night. And that evening, we will enjoy a farewell dinner together. So again, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner included on Friday. On Saturday is our departure day, so we will transfer to Frankfurt International Airport for the return flight home. And so breakfast is included on this day. Here's our pricing information. So the tour cost is $3,700 per person in a shared room. So if you're going with a companion, that's $3,700 per person. If you would like to have a single room, it's $4,750. Here's all of our inclusions. As mentioned, transportation and a modern private coach throughout the tour, accompaniment of an English-speaking tour guide throughout the tour, 6 nights of accommodations in 4-star hotels with daily breakfast buffet, 3 lunches, 6 dinners, your boat trip, your guided walking tour of Frankfurt, your guided visit of Cologne Cathedral, your guided visit of the monastery Eberbach, including the wine tasting, and then all your taxes and the tour organization. And not included is flights, as I mentioned before. Since everyone is coming from different areas, we'll be obviously booking flights from your home airport, which again, you're able to book yourself if you want to, or you can get Agritours to include the flight for you. Any personal items, of course, would be your own expense. We would be billing separately for the Agritechnica entrance fees, just since your companion might want to go with you one day or not. So Celeste has put together a really nice form where you can indicate which days you and or your companion will be attending Agritechnica. And then again, with the optional tours, if your companion does not want to attend the trade fair, then you could indicate that they want to take one of those optional tours. Tips not included, porterage, and then of course your alcoholic beverages with included meals would not be included. And travel insurance, which is always recommended because you never know what life is going to throw at you. So, and travel insurance can be purchased through Agritours. So these prices are based on a minimum of 15 people going. So if we end up with, say, 10, then we might have to adjust the price a little bit, but we'll do our best to honor the prices that we've given. And yeah, so let's see, I think I got one more. Okay, so payment schedule, a non-refundable deposit of $500 would be due by May 1st. So it gives you a little time to think it over and put in your deposit to secure your place on the tour. and then balance payments will be due September 1st. Cancellation policy after September 1st, there will be no refunds unless you can find someone to take your place on the tour, because as I mentioned before, the trip is based on a minimum of 15 people going. So your cancellation after that point would affect the cost for everybody else. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much, and we hope that you all are excited and want to join us in Germany.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, I guess we're going to just leave this last few minutes for any questions and answers. I don't have any questions in the chat box. Someone mentioned about the agenda. We do have the agenda already listed, or we have the printable agenda already in our portal. We're still working on the IT guide, kind of make it a little bit more easier to get to, but right now it is under member resources and then Agritechnica. But here in the next week or so, it will be under Agritechnica, which will be under like the fall convention, spring meeting, all that kind of stuff. And then the registration form is also in there as well. So, but does anybody have any questions that they wanted to ask at this time? Anybody have anything else they want to add? Perfect. Well, it is 11:50, so we can go ahead and close up. So as we wrap up the session, I want to extend a thank you to all of you who spoke today and sharing all this valuable information about Agritechnica. Your expertise that you gave us, gave us a clear picture about what to expect about this event. So I know that I'm personally excited about it. I'd also like to thank all of you for joining us today. We appreciate your time and engagement, and we hope that this session has provided useful takeaway as you plan your trip to Agritechnica. So this week, be on the lookout for the registration email so that you can register. You can also look in the portal, like I said earlier. And if you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And we look forward to seeing you at Agritechnica 2025. And until then, thank you again and have a great rest of your day.
Yes, thank
Thank
you so
you
much.
all.
And we hope we see you on Agritechnica.
Mm.